I've been to Bali 3 times, like my 3rd time here. This year I wanted to come back because a guy contacted me. He wanted to meet me, he wanted to train with me, and he wanted to really have training in Filipino martial arts. The Inno method, the one I've been training for many years, and because I have my instructorship at the academy in Los Angeles. His name is Guillaume. He's a French guy. So we talked a little bit on the internet. It was we had a good contact. But he loves martial arts. He has been training for many years, but now I think he wants proper training and like to follow one teacher, to be an instructor and to start to teach there.
Just learn how to deal with this side and just learn how to deal with this side. When you're a teacher, is to find a way to repeat these things that are more important, like for example this one, okay? But you still have to find a way to do the basic stuff, but not in a boring way. Okay? I grab this thing. So from there I can do that, and now I can do this one. 2, 1, 2, start with you. Yeah. From there you can go down. Don't forget to use your body.
I asked some friends to come, so I asked my friend Mike, who I met at the Inno Academy. I asked him to come because we were training in Cali a lot together, and I thought it was a good reason to come to Bali, enjoy Bali together, but to have a purpose, not just going holiday for holidays. And then I knew he would like it, so I asked him to come. He went from Los Angeles, and I also asked Jihad, who was my student in Brussels, and he's inviting me every year in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia to give seminars, because now he has his own studio there. So I proposed him to come here to Bali to give him training too in Filipino martial arts. Seminars, when you have a lot of people but beginners, sometimes it's less interesting that few people but who are advanced, because then we can go further, and I don't need to explain all the basic stuff. I can really go to more advanced techniques. In a hotel next to the beach. It's a very nice place, and we have a dojo, like a small place to train. And with Jihad, because I just see him once a year, and he's teaching Jeet Kune Do. Now he's really asking for a lot of details, and he realizes that teaching, when you teach, you really need to have everything. I mean, you can't just teach halfway, or just can teach half a technique. You need the whole thing. I just told him, okay, let's meet, and you just ask me questions, and I will answer. Sometimes during a seminar it's not easy to remember everything, because we cover a lot of material. And with Guillaume and Mike, we did the review of the material, but also to take time to correct, for example, the positions and the distance, like the pressure, or like all the things you can't really see from outside when you do a seminar. Go deeper into the technique, deeper into the position.
All these are from the angle 2. We can do it from angle 1, but by doing what's called the cambiada. What you do, I change, and what I will do is arm on your shoulder. Yes.
It takes a lot of time. Sometimes it takes some years to understand and to remember, but then it takes more and more years to perfect it. And that's the difference between an assistant and then an instructor and then a real expert. I'm an instructor, I have students, I have assistants, I have students who are instructors, but I also have instructors myself. I mean, who themselves have instructors too. So sometimes in one system, but sometimes it's different systems. So you can be instructed in one system and have other instructors in other systems, for example, or still have an instructor in your own system because you know you need to improve. And that's why it's interesting, because it's like a lifetime journey. The first time I was in Bali, I was looking for a Silat teacher, and so I just looked on the internet, and I found one, and I was not too far from where I was, so I sent him a message, and he answered me, and his name is Gusman Wiranata. He's teaching the book Bhakti Negara, the system of his family, and then so it was very nice. I went to his house. He's teaching in his house. He doesn't have a gym. I could see he just love to share his art with others. He's like happy that Western people come to him to train with him. This time I was with my friend Mike from the Instructor Academy, so we could share a training together and train together, and it was easier for him, for Guru Gusman to teach us. One of the part of Silat is the culture part, and so sometimes when people see that from the outside, for example, if you do Muay Thai or you do MMA, and you look at Silat from the outside, you just don't understand how you can use it. For example, because you can't really use it in a ring or in a cage or something, because it's not a sport and it's not there's no rules. So probably a part of it is more traditional, so it's a lot of technique, and it's also teaches you how to move.
Elbow and also kick.
And then when I went to the Santo Academy, I learned about Mafalindo Silat and Majapahit Silat, It's the system of Daniel Soto. He's teaching different silat from different areas, different countries, and he's calling it Mas Filindo because it's Malaysia, Philippines, and Indonesia. Yeah, I started to train silat at the academy, and then I liked it. I went to all the classes, then I started to teach it in my academy in Belgium, and it was a mix between effectiveness, technique, culture, and fitness. And then a lot of empty hands technique, destroying, and that can be useful for self-defense. I'm learning silat, I'm practicing silat, I'm teaching silat, and the pencak silat, like that's the exact word that they use in Indonesia. And so I'm in Indonesia, I have to train with a silat teacher from here, and I wanted to compare the silat from Bali to the silat that I learned with Guru Daniel Santo. I asked him a lot of questions about silat, and he could answer me everything. So I understood more the system, and it's interesting to compare the systems to see the similarities and the differences. So that's why I like to train in different systems, just because when you're passionate, you just want to learn, and not just learn but study. Here in Bali, we are at the yoga barn. Actually, he's my teacher, my yoga teacher in Brussels, Nino. I was asking him what was the best place to do yoga. He told me you should go to yoga barn because it's a very good place to practice, and it's a beautiful place. So you have both. Of course, everybody knows yoga, but people have like sometimes a false idea of what it is. Some people think it's maybe for old people just to relax, or they mix it with meditation or relaxation because they don't know it. I knew that yoga was more than that, for example, for controlling the body, for flexibility, strength, inner strength, and for breathing. I was feeling that for the balance it was very good too, because you have to hold the position. Sometimes it's easier to do a movement faster because then you don't need the balance, but when you do it very slow, you need to control all the movements, and it's harder. So that's what I felt that yoga would be very, very useful for martial arts.
Now we just go back to practice.
I went to a gym in yoga studio in Brussels. Was very, very nice, and I knew it was very professional. And so there was a teacher there teaching. His name was Nino, and he's a young guy like me, same age. And I just felt he was. I just saw he was as passionate by yoga as I was passionate by martial arts. And then I realized that by itself, yoga was very interesting, not just only for martial arts. That's my main purpose, but still I'm like discovering more and more, and I really like it.
Lean strong, lean forward, we're going to Bakasana. Have fun with it, breathe. 4, 3. Breathing outward facing. Inhale, raise the left leg up. The right now. Open your heart. Chaturanga. Breathing up, dog guys. Reach your stance. Drop the shoulders away from the ear. Lift your heart. Take 1.5, hold the breath. More dance.
I don't know, I went to his class and I was like, yeah, this guy is a different level. Like anytime I could go to his class, I would go for almost a year. Then he had to leave. It's like me, I'm a martial art globe-trotter, he's a yogi globe-trotter. So he's traveling a lot for his passion and to teach.
Exhale, very nice. Use the breath. Inhale, lower your leg. Exhale, lift up. 1. Now for 3. 2. Yes. Slowly bring your left fingertips on the ground. Option 2. Maybe your left leg lift as high up as possible. 4. 3, 4.
And then he has a good energy too, nice spirit, nice personality. And I don't know, after the class we talked and we shared a lot of things in common just because it was a good contact, good connection. Nino did martial arts before, but he was in his way of yoga, I was in my way of martial arts, and I could really feel like that his way of teaching was would be very interesting for me. This year he's teaching here, so I couldn't miss his class. So it was not, and when I went yesterday to his class, it was like a reunion, like a good memory from before. So when I go to his class, I'm always happy, but I always know that I will suffer too. It's a lot of suffering, like it's very hard. And yoga is gentle, like you shouldn't injure yourself, you shouldn't feel bad about a yoga class, but still it's hard. That's why I like it.
Imagine que tu veux serrer tes mains avec le corps. Yes, là tu engages. Maintenant, tu soulèves ça pour aller en haut. Yes. Ton nez, tu avais un point de pied. Voilà, c'est 6 fois plus là. Là, tu ressembles à un yogi.
And yesterday I just asked him to correct me on some positions, and so he gave me a hard time to correct all my basic positions, the downward dog, the warrior. But then I really understood like how the position was changing everything, and how you should involve every muscle to do a proper position. That's exactly what I need, because you can do a lot of class with a group, but then you need someone to correct you, to progress and to improve. So, and I really want to improve in yoga, so I felt that was a good way to ask him and now I can correct myself during the class too. So yeah, very nice moment, very nice moment.
How do you feel on this one? Yes. Voilà, ça c'est super important. Frère. Voilà mec. La jambe. Aïe. Rentre devant. Là vraiment sur. Very nice. Je peux revenir? Ouais. Là, je voyais tous tes muscles qui bossaient.
Yoga means connecting the mind and the body, so I think it's the purpose of training in martial arts, and the purpose of training yoga too. And in history like yoga, where like some warriors were doing yoga too. You have the warrior position in yoga. You have warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3. So it's linked, like physical practice, mental practice are linked, and I can see the similarities in yoga in martial arts. It's like how everything connects in my life too, is training, and training the mind, training the body, and getting more flexible, getting stronger, but have a more open mind too. That's what I like about yoga, is the link between the everyday life and the training, and the comparison you can make between the way you train and the way you live your life.